Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Michael DiTulla. Welcome to my studio. Been a minute since I've done a designer unboxing, but today I'm going to be unboxing and going through the details of the Arc'teyx Kragg Aura, which is kind of like a slip-on outdoorsy sneaker. First package, standard shoebox. Arc'teyx always does super clean branding. Interesting thing here, this little brand story of Arc'teyx. I always wondered where the name came from. I didn't know. Arc'teyx is the link between dinosaurs and their avian successors. Kind of cool. I love a good brand story. And it says basically here that the brand celebrates this idea of dinosaurs going vertical. Arc'teyx, obviously kind of like a mountain climbing, vertical ascent brand, though this is just kind of more like a chill shoe. And we've got a little repeat of the logo here on the tissue paper, which I assume this is a fossil of that said missing link. All right, let's get into the shoe. Like I said, this is kind of like a casual slip-on. I got these, a buddy of mine is a footwear designer at Arc'teyx. He got these for my birthday. Ironically, I was literally shopping for these anyway. So I was going to buy a pair of these, and sometimes life just happens like that. So very clean silhouette. You can see a very kind of sprung heel counter here. Let's get the cardboard insert out. I actually had to go up a half size. My buddy who's a designer there told me people struggle with the sizing on these, I assume because of this sprung counter. And he said a lot of people were actually going down a half size. I brought it back to the store. Shout out to Noah in the Portland flagship store here, who is an aspiring footwear developer and sales associate at Arc'teyx, and actually watches some of these YouTube videos. So Noah, if you're watching, thanks for the help. I had to go up a half size. I have kind of like a long, narrow foot, kind of like a Chuck Taylor shaped foot, and I suspect this molded toe bumper was the culprit because my second and third toes were just really jamming up in here. So I went up a half size. He said a lot of people were going down a half size. I suspect if you have a wider foot, you're just not getting back into this heel pocket. But other than that, super comfortable once you get the right size. Interesting construction on these. So we've got an engineered knit, kind of tongue vamp clog shape here with a bit of stretch to it. And then a second engineered knit counter. And because there's no fit adjustment, you can see they really sprung this counter, this kind of rear heel bit in quite a bit, which has some stretch. So you kind of have to break these in, is what I'm going to suspect. They're going to start out a little tight, and they're going to form to your foot a little bit. And then this is what we would call kind of a cold cement construction. It's kind of mimicking what we would call like a traditional vulcanized construction that you would see in a Chuck Taylor or old school sneaker, which has kind of uncured wrapped rubber elements that then get put into kind of a heat and pressure containment to activate the rubber and fully cure it chemically. But in this case, I believe this is a cold cement. If I look really closely, I could see just a little bit of leftover cement here, which this is like, you have to remember, all shoes are essentially handmade. And the fact that someone is putting the cement onto the shoe by hand, and I'm barely seeing a little bit, speaks to really like the wild level of quality you get out of manufacturing overseas. So we've got these two pieces of engineered knit, right? So it's actually knit into this shape. It's not cut. Those are welded together. You can see this, there's kind of this weld going on here. And we've got a really minimal, it's hard to see this, but if I flip this inside out, you can see this. This is a little bit of a welded non-woven that is, one, helping it keep this really nice shape, and two, it's going to feel nicer on the heel. A little bit of a non-slip, not having that knit on your heel, because probably a lot of people wear these barefoot. We've got a welded logo here as well. So that's just literally a weld. And then we've got a little bit of a welded synthetic that runs all around like a mud guard. And I assume why this is here is because you want something nice for all this cold cement to bond to, right? So by welding this over the knit, now we have a nice smooth surface to bond this toe bumper and foxing wrap to, if that makes sense. And then we've got a little bit of just an extra little welded bit here. You can just barely see the X-ray. There's a little bit of a center seam where they had to cut and seam this together to get it to fit, have that nice kind of heel shape. Moving to the bottom, we've got a Vibram outsole, and this is a die cut outsole. So what does that mean? That means they mold it to a bigger size. And then you can just barely see these lines here. That's how I could tell this has been cut and probably buffed a little bit too. And what that allows them to do is they're probably over molding this in a bigger size, and then they're die cutting it down so they don't need to make a different tool for every size, which helps in manufacturing complexity. You know, normally you would do literally a different metal tool for each size of the outsole. Every single half size gets a different tool. And by doing this kind of construction, they're probably doing a higher quality tool because it's Vibram. They're doing a sticky rubber for grip that Vibram is known for, but they're cutting down on the tooling cost by cutting this, and then they cement it on when they cement on these pieces here. So overall, super clean silhouette, slightly, not a super deep lug, but slightly luggy outsole, though for the most part, these are just gonna see some casual wear. Let's see what's going on inside the shoe. That's where you could tell. That's where we kind of separate the varsity team from the junior varsity team here. This is a pretty substantial sock liner. So what we have here is kind of like a drop-in construction. We've got these knit parts, and then they're strobled to a non-woven part, but right below this is the rubber. So there's no midsole or anything in this construction. It's like a cold cement, a similar construction to what you'd see in a cup sole, but cold cement parts. Sometimes you see that in a skate shoe where you want a lot of durability. But then they didn't cheap out on the drop-in midsole. So this feels like a Duralon, like a nicer quality urethane. It's not a memory foam. You actually don't want memory foam in your sneakers. You see a sneaker with memory foam in it, I would avoid that. Memory foam, it molds to your foot, but it compresses, so you don't get this spring back. But you see, this is like a really nice push back. And then they have a slightly lighter density. This looks like an EVA, this blue on the top, that's gonna be basically like your out of the box feel. So this is gonna be nice and cushy, but this urethane, I think it's a urethane, is gonna have a longer life than the EVA. So that's gonna be a lot more long lasting. And you can see we've got a pretty big offset here. So it looks like, I don't have my calipers out, but it looks like we're at like 18 mils or so in the heel. And then we're way down to like, 5 or 6 mils in the forefoot, and you can see it tapers all the way down. So that's a pretty good, like probably a 10 mil offset. And then you can see, since this is not a just cut EVA drop-in, this is molded, we've got a nice little bit of an arch support here. You can see that difference. So this is the medial side, the inside. This is the lateral side. See how this is more wedgy? And then you see how this is arcing up a little bit more, and you could feel that across here. There's actually a slight rise. Just a simple little logo hit on the inside there. Let's assemble our shoe back together. And that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to just kind of, this is gonna be like a weekend rock around with a pair of linen pants or shorts, run some errands, head to the farmer's market. I really like things that don't have a lot of branding. So you can see we just have a little bit of the Arc'teryx logo here. That's just like a slight deboss. But other than that, that's the only thing you're gonna see from the lateral, nothing on the toe down. I would have loved for this to be a little bit more tonal, but you know, you wanna show off the brand. Pretty minimal brand hit. Can't be mad at that. So really just nice clean shoe. Arc'teyx Kragg Aura. Looking forward to rocking these around. Hope that was helpful. Again, remember the issue on the sizing. If you have a long, narrow foot, you might need to go up a half size. If you have a shorter, wider foot, you might have to go down a half size. But try them on if you can. All right, everybody. If you like this, you know what to do. You know, they always say, hit the like, hit the subscribe, share it with some friends. And I'll see you around next time. All right, take it easy, everyone.